Okay, hello. My name is Siran, and this video is about the demonstration for workshop 7. And I will go through my code and this demonstrate the FX application. And firstly, uh, we can check out the task 1. Here is the first application for this workshop. It basically it has two components. The first on the top is the combo box. Have three different options here, and at the bottom, here the contact address is another component. We didn't use we didn't put all the elements separately adding to the pin. Instead, we create a custom component or class here in the view package. I call it address pin. So basically, this class will create a um, um, custom pin or component or which extends from the title pin and adding labels and text fields into this pin and create a reusable UI component. I call it address pin, and I just simply put the address pin into another main pin and adding the combo box at top of it. So basically that's the idea of how to simplify the UI design and making those custom component reusable. Uh, for the this is for the first task. It's quite simple and straightforward. So if I move into the second task, as you can see, we have another application called app2. Uh, Here, uh, the the address component is still usable in this application. So in the view package, we have, just like I said, we have an address pin. This is a custom component, and also we have another component called name list. Basically, this one is represent for the list view on the left side. It will display all the lists that all the address information that is stored in the application. And the right side we have home address. Also, we do have another component with different name called alternative address. Basically, they are the same component with different name. We make it reusable, so we can have as many as we want. Also, we have adding two more button on the uh, at the end, remove and add button in order to help us to remove or adding different new address information. So if we're looking at the structure of the application, we have a view package consists of two different UI components. We also have a application package has one main class here. Basically, we can assemble all the component or the elements into the into the window, and also this also a controller adding different event listener and the different logic to different elements like add button or remove button or the list view. Also, we have another package called model. This represents the data model that will be used in this application. As we can see, we have a address item class which simply represent the each address information object. But you can see it's very simple. It has name, street, city, and sort of information. And also we have another uh, class called item list. This class is a custom collection or custom container for this item address item type for this particular type. So basically for item list, this container is actually holding all the address into a large data set. and we're using array list essentially inside of it. Also, it will have some methods like return the size or adding new items or removing any elements from it. So basically, this item list represent the data structure we're going to use for this particular application. So yeah, that's about it. And so if we go into the app, you can see right now at the very beginning that there's no information can be displayed. Also, the remove and add button are all disabled because there's nothing we can do here. So first, I'm trying to add something to this application. City, we can say Markham province. Here, everything I entered, I still cannot add this information because the first session, the home address is like compulsory is required. I have to finish all the first 5 text fields so I can submit this item. So if I enter postcode, you can see now I can add this one. For the second part, this section is optional, so user can choose to enter or leave it blank. It's okay. Uh, so for this one, is add. But we have add some validation here, so making sure the first 5 text box in the first session are checking if you are complete all the text field here. So otherwise the add button will not be enabled. So if I delete any of this information, the add button will be disabled. So here I can add one of them. I can add another of them. You can see if I complete the first 5 text field, the add button will be enabled. And I'll just leave the alternative address, the second section, empty. Here I got another one. So as you can see, the remove button still remains disabled until I select the list. If I click any one, click the list view or any item here, the remove button will be enabled, so I can cancel or delete any of the items here from the list. So if I want to remove this one, it will be removed, and the button will be disabled again until I cancel or delete another one here. So if I want to remove this one, so it's now the list is empty again. So that's basically how we design this very simple application. And in the here we basically define all the event listeners here to checking or validating some user input or some user logic here. So for if you wish to have a look at that, I can explain more. I think that's pretty much for this week's workshop, and thank you for listening. Thank you. Bye bye.